Lincoln Heights Council meeting is now in session. Today's date is Monday, February 24th, 2025. The time is now 7:54. Roll call, which I am the clerk. I do want to let, for the residents that are in-house and are watching, that our clerk of council is out. She had an emergency today, and she's in the hospital, so we ask everybody to keep her in prayer. Roll call, Councilwoman Phyllis Baber.
Present.
Councilwoman Nona Calhoun-Munya.
Present.
Councilwoman Karen Hingston.
Present.
Councilwoman Tanya Key. Absent. Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell. Absent. Vice Mayor Linda Childs Jeter.
Present.
And Mayor Kenzie Mumphrey, present. 5 present, 2 absent. We have a quorum.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to excuse Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell due to being with her daughter who got sick.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's
Who's
been-
second? No,
Okay. Okay, excuse.
I did say excuse her out.
Okay, Laverne Mitchell. Motion. Second. Okay, it's been moved in second. Roll call. Councilwoman Phyllis Baber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Nona Calhoun-Munya.
Yes.
Councilwoman Karen Hingston.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Linda Childs Jeter.
Yes.
And Mayor Ruby Kenzie Mumphrey. Yes. 5 yes, 2 absent. Okay, thank you. All right. You wanna go with the
Would you
prayer?
please bow your heads before the Almighty? Father God, I come to you asking for your mercy and your kindness tonight. Wrap your arms around us as we go through doing your business. Give us what we need in order to do what you need for us to do for the village. We're going to decrease so that you can increase. Father God, also asking you to wrap your arms around Lisa Randolph, who had to go to the hospital via ambulance, and give her what she needs to get stronger and stronger and stronger and come back to us soon. Father God, watch all of those that are seated here today and those that are on their way. Thank you for all that you do, that you've done, and the great things that you're going to do in the future. Thank the community for all that they do, and we just love you. In your precious name, the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen.
Right. All right, so we have the filing of the journal. I was looking through the committee minutes and only came up with the regular. I'm only seeing the regular council meeting minutes. So I'm gonna skip the committee of the whole meeting minutes because I do not see a copy of that. I don't know if it was misprinted. But motion in order for the regular council meeting minutes of February 10th, 2025. Is there a second?
Oh, second.
Second.
Oh, who's second? Ms. Baber.
Ms. Baber.
Okay.
Mhm.
Councilwoman Baber.
Okay,
Did you move?
I moved. Okay, it's been moved and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
nays? All ayes, okay. announcements. Councilwoman Hingston, any announcement for you?
No,
Okay. Any recreation meeting coming up?
we have a recreation meeting on the 3rd.
Okay. March. Time?
It is at 6:30.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Calhoun Munia?
No announcements.
Okay. All right. Councilwoman Baber? No. Okay, all right. Vice Mayor?
Yes, I do. I have a couple. Please pull out your phones and go to your calendar. I'm going to give you a date and a time, and every one of us in here will need this. Received information from Commissioner Alicia Reese, and the follow-up, she called me while I was sitting here. It has to do with a full investigation and a 14-day report from county administration in response to the neo-Nazi hate group incident that occurred near Lincoln Heights on February the 7th. The county administration will present their report tomorrow at 10 p.m. at 138 East Court Street, 6th floor.
Is it 10?
Thank you. I so wanted to be p.m. Thank you. 10 a.m. again. I'm going to say it again. A 14-day report from the county administration in response to the neo-Nazi hate group incident that occurred near Lincoln Heights on February 7th. The county administration will present their report tomorrow, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. The address is 138 East Court Street, 138 East Court Street, 6th floor, the 6th floor. Please come out. And if you need this information, you can get it again from me at the end of this. Or I did give it to Mr. Gary Brown, so he's back there, and he can actually do that for us. Would you do that, Mr. Brown? I put it on Facebook. You put it on Facebook. There you go. The technology ready. Okay, so it's out there, and you are to pass this information on to as many people as you want to. Alicia told us that she wanted that report, and she's been pushing it at every commissioner's meeting to get it done. So from my understanding, the prosecutor should be there along with the sheriff because she wants answers from the sheriff and others. Okay, so please be present if you're interested in finding out what happened. Also, Commissioner Dumas stopped by today as I was getting out the car to come in and to tell us that this meeting is happening in the morning, and she would like for us to be there. So we have two commissioners that have asked us to be present and listen to what they did, because Alicia did say she wanted that report done in X amount of days, and it is happening, and Commissioner Dumas backed her up with that. So thank you very much. That's it for right now.
Okay, they want to mention this?
Want to do what?
Earlier this morning.
That's you.
Okay.
That's you.
I didn't know. You said you had a couple. I didn't know how many.
Yeah, the other one is on the miscellaneous.
Okay. Well, I do want to thank everyone for coming to this afternoon to Lincoln Heights Missionary Baptist Church, as Pastor Cook and the other leaders were there with the press release talking about the boycott. So the boycott is schedule for this Friday, the 28th, boycott for Evendale. So we just wanted to let everybody know that the village is supporting that. And so we're looking forward to everybody do whatever you have to do, because Friday the boycott starts. I leave up anything?
And what are they not to do?
Don't shop in Evendale. Get your gas early. Don't go over there and get gas. Huh? Yeah, now, I'm just letting everybody know that. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute, hold on, I'm
Excuse
just,
us, excuse us.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hold on now.
this is going to be a peaceful meeting. I feel it.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
So I'm just getting an announcement of what took place, and you guys will see it on the news the night when you get home. Okay,
Okay, thank you, Mayor.
thank you. You're welcome. All right. We have our regular agenda. Communications would have been from our clerk of council. Like I said, that she's in the hospital, so we're asking everybody to pray for her. I don't have any communications. I do have one. I do have it listed regarding our village manager posting. We have that posted on our website that we're looking for a village manager, and we're looking to hopefully have a permanent village manager in place by the end of April, going into May. Okay, so we'll start getting applications for that. We have a few, but we want to put it out there to be transparent, to make sure that anyone that's interested in a position can apply. And that's all I have. Mr. Chris Williams, Communications.
Thank you, Mayor. The Public Works Department, we getting ready for spring cleanup. We're about to start rolling out the chipper program. We asking everybody to participate. Please don't cut down the whole tree and put it out there. We only can handle so much. This is one of my favorite programs. It's a great benefit to the village. We also had communication with the sheriffs. We asking the sheriffs to be a little bit more visible, especially at the time where kids are going to school and when they're getting out. We have upcoming we having permanent appropriation. Tax information has been mailed out to the mayor to be distributed to all council. We took the 2024, added 10% to that for the 2025 permanent appropriations. We added the increase expenditures to help to go along with the fire and the police budget. Police amount that they're asking for. About it.
All right, thank you. I did want to ask you about the parkour and the concession stand. That's okay?
Yes.
You got any update on that?
We have the parkour equipment. We didn't get a chance to go into. We ran into a couple of employees leaving, left Public Works short of help. Soon as it get warmed up, we're pretty much up to staff. We will be installing our parkour equipment up at Memorial Field.
Okay. And then the concession stand?
The concession stand, we are in permitting stage. We're sending out to get our permits to start the build for the concession stand. Soon as we get that back from the county, we will start ground breaking, and also we're going to have a walkthrough with our engineers up in Memorial Field to check out the location, make sure everything is right with the site.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Williams, council? Okay. All right. Next is communication from our village solicitor, Deepak Desai.
I have nothing to report, Chair.
Okay, thank you. All right, old business. Any old business? Okay, new business. We have listed, as we had talked in committee of the whole, regarding the Department of Commerce Division of Liquor Control regarding the liquor license request for the Camstone game. right, so it is in your packet. It is listed. Was there any other questions anyone want to discuss regarding the liquor permit for the game place? Okay. Just know that when it comes to that, we've been given 30 days, and we're looking to have a discussion at our next council meeting to make sure that that response is sent out. What did you mention about March the 10th?
Right, so council's first meeting in March is on March 10th, Monday, March 10th. The 30-day deadline to respond runs on March 11th. They prefer a response by fax or email, so the following day, whatever action council takes or does not take on March 10th can be relayed to the Division of Liquor Control.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, as discussed in committee of the whole, there will be a first reading of resolution number 2025 R14.
Yeah, move to read by title only.
Okay, it's been.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Roll call. Councilwoman Phyllis Baber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Nona Calhoun-Munia.
Yes.
Councilwoman Karen Hingston.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Linda Childs Jeter.
Yes.
And Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey, yes. 5 yeses, 2 absent. Has passed. And that was just for a first reading. Okay. You can do them. That's okay. All right. Another first reading.
We gotta do the first reading on R14.
Yeah, that was 14. Yeah, we just did that.
Well, we just passed the motion to read by title only, but we haven't actually done the first reading.
Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. I'm so used to Lisa doing it. Feels funny right here. All right. First reading of resolution number 2025 R14, Village of Lincoln Heights, Hamilton County, Ohio. Resolution authorizing the sale of certain real estate, that being 944 Bird Avenue. Okay. Okay. All right. Motion in order for the first reading of resolution 2025 R15. Yeah, are we doing a motion by title?
I move to do it by title only.
Okay. Ms. Baber, second, okay. So Ms. Baber, second, and then, and you were, motion. All right, Vice. Okay, it's been moved.
Excuse me, Mayor. To my friends and family out there, we have to read this so that you will know what it is. So I'm asking my friends and family to allow us to do this by cutting down the noise. And we will get through this as soon as possible. I thank you for that unity and that love that you're showing us.
Okay, all right, it's been moved in second. Okay, roll.
Who did the second?
Ms. Baber did.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, it's been moved in second. Councilwoman Phyllis Baber? Yes. Okay. Councilwoman Nona Calhoun-Munia?
Yes.
Councilwoman Karen Hingston?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Linda Childs Jeter?
Yes.
And Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey, yes. 5 yes, 2 absent. Motion has passed. Okay, and that reads, Village of Lincoln Heights, Hamilton County, Ohio, Resolution Number 2025-R15. Resolution authorizing the sale of certain real estate, that being 1178 Stephen Avenue. Okay. Okay, all right. Is there any miscellaneous business?
I have some miscellaneous business. I'd like to give you this information, please. Thank you. There's some information out there about what Lincoln Heights is selling, and even some that we don't even own that we sell. I don't know how you do that. However, it's called the JED. And the JED, we're not selling anything in the JED. The JED is a Senate bill. If you want to write this down, you can actually look it up, and it will tell you everything that they're doing in that JED. It is a state-sponsored bill. Unity.
Go ahead.
Okay, what we're going to do, I'm going to stop there. I need to get this information to you. We were going to pass it out tonight, but because the person is not here to print it off, then we'll bring it back maybe. If not, then you can go online and look up SB 29, and it's been sponsored by Blessings and Ingram, Senators Blessing, Ohio Senators Blessing and Ingram, and co-sponsored by Senators Craig and Wilson. I think that is what it says. It's not here, and I don't have it here tonight, but you can get it, or we will have it available for you at the next meeting and talk more about it. Remember, it's nothing that we're doing in the bill. The bill is being presented by senators for the state, and they want two municipalities to come together, and then they can do something as a joint effort. That cannot happen until they pass whatever it is. So we can bring it back to you. If not, you can go online, and all you tech folks out there, you can go online and get it for yourself. However, to my unity people over here, I'm asking to stop it. You know, I don't do this, but please stop it. Okay, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
I need a motion to adjourn the meeting. I'm not gonna do this.
I move, I second.
You second?
Yes, been moved, you moved the motion? Second, moved in second. All in favor? Oh, all right,
Excuse me.
okay. All right, we're gonna do a roll call for the adjournment, okay? Councilwoman Phyllis Baber? No. Okay. Councilwoman Nona Calhoun?
No.
Councilwoman Karen Hingston?
No. So, excuse me. So we're letting the people speak. Please quiet down so we can hear the people speak. Please be respectful. Can y'all do that for me?
When they get to the speak, yeah, we'll do
I need you to let them speak. Please quiet down. Please act accordingly. Okay? Thank you.
So understand, I'm gonna do a yes. And the motion is going to pass for you to speak, but I'm going to also ask to be excused from the meeting, which would break the whole meeting up. What's your pleasure? Okay. If you want to be heard, we need you to stop.
It don't look like they're gonna stop.
Okay. You try, and then I will ask to be dismissed. I will ask to be excused from the meeting,
Okay,
which will close the meeting.
okay, we
So
have,
that we can do this, and do this in an orderly fashion without all the extra. You have a right to speak, but we need you all to calm it down. Can you want,
We sitting here waiting on the, like you keep saying the same thing, let's just get moved forward.
we will.
all right. You ready? Yeah. All right. Vice Mayor Linda Childs Jeter.
Yes.
Yes for adjourn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. Mayor Ruby Kenzie Mumfree? Yes. So you have 3 noes and 2 yeses.
Somebody we agree if you still was gonna say yes.
Okay, you still, you have enough to,
Yeah, whatever you do,
We
you
have
should
enough.
do it in an orderly manner. And when I asked several times, that we just need to slow it down. Yeah.
enough for him to speak?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes, motion to adjourn has failed. So I do know with the clerk of council being out, she normally would have been able to, if anyone did respond before 5 o'clock, she would have been able to get your information, but she was placed in the hospital earlier today. So that's why if you did send an email, she did not respond. Okay, so who would like to speak? Yes, ma'am.
Next is the executive session.
Wait a minute, hold on. What did you say?
Executive session was the next item on the agenda.
Long
Say we
day.
didn't have anything. We just placed it on there. Okay, all right. Yes, sir.
Residents of Lincoln Heights, I come with you today with a critical question. How can council, knowing that its actions will legally be overturned all the way back to October 2024, ask you to approve a levy increase at this moment in time? The reality is their actions have left the village in the most vulnerable state financially, structurally, and publicly, safety-wise. I mean, just think about what just happened. The fact that you as the residents simply wanted to ask them questions. They were going to end the meeting, but then turn around and had the nerve to say that Evendale disrespected them. The irony. What's even more concerning is the dishonest things we've witnessed. Standing in the pulpit today, assuring that everything was fine, now only claiming it's a financial danger. If this was true about this financial responsibility that the village needs to have, why wasn't it so easy for you to shift money from the village administrative fund to the village solicitor's office of $50,000 in December? Given the fact that we wonder why we had no salt, given the fact that wonder why we could not appropriate dollars to push forward any emergency overtime, you sat there and lied to the individual public and said that Mr. Lemon was already going to resign when he know good and well that you sat there and tried to negotiate for him to stay. Why do we continue to be dishonest to the residents but then turn around and say, I'm sorry, not all of council. The mayor turned around and said in the pulpit today that we're tired about the dishonesty of Evendale. Let's not ignore what happens after the levy fails. Instead of focusing on solutions that benefit the people, they work behind the scenes to illegally remove a council member. That speaks volumes, because he just said that there was a 6-person vote at the council at the time, and that it failed. And then when it failed, due to that matter, all of a sudden, There's an illegal removal that's happened now because certain things, because you know that this is being, the craziest thing is that you know that right now it's being litigated. That's the craziest thing, but you want to sit there and lie to the people. You know that it's being audited, but you want to sit there and lie to the people. It is crazy. Let's not ignore the fact that this speaks volumes that our Lincoln Heights Charter, Section 209 and 2010 strictly outlines, 209 and 2010. I said both, 209 and 210. Oh, thank you, 210. The legal grounds for council vacancies and removals. 209 explicitly states that vacancies must be filled based upon a lawful procedure. 210 mandates that no council member can be removed without due process and just case. And then it also mentions that no person can be appointed within 60 days, and you can't even count to 60. You did it in 58, and you didn't even allow the process to play itself out. But then you have the nerve to turn around and ask about Evendale. The people of Lincoln Heights deserve honesty, accountability, leadership. Not that works for you, but what works for them. I urge everybody, stay informed, not just what's happening in Evendale, but what's happening to the individual that's sitting in front of you as your mayor, who sat there and said today that she supports this boycott. Because it's very interesting, the last thing that she just sat there and talked about the JED. Who are the two communities that the JED is with? If you will lie about this to the residents, how do you know that you will stand with these individuals that are putting they're sacrificing a lot on the line? How can they trust you when you sit there and say that? And lastly, you disrespected my grandfather by bringing a fraudulent proclamation that you couldn't even pronounce the right way, that you kept calling a resolution, when you know good and well that piece is going to be null and void, audited, and sit back and mess with nothing. That's the last thing you said that you did for Lincoln Heights as my grandfather. How dare you? How dare you? That's what I would like to say. G. Brown, the floor is yours before they end this meeting.
Yeah. Yes. So hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute.
Are we asking questions today?
No, I'm waiting for you to move so Mr. Brown can come
Come
up.
on, Mr. Brown. Thank you. I didn't think they were asking questions. I was really surprised.
For your information.
You don't need my information.
I'm not talking you. I'm not talking you to.
Let it go.
For ones that's listening, the family member asked for me to do that, but she asked me to do that. Go ahead, Mr. Brown.
Okay,
You're welcome.
My little speech about us coming together today is out the window, so, okay. Just some quick things that I think we need to address. First of all, like Hamilton County, just council, I think we need to address the sheriff department for us, them going out and get the same grant they was getting before, instead of instead of paying all the money, because we can't afford them. So we also got to figure out their departure, how we gonna get them out of Lincoln Heights, because they're not for us. Also, we got to figure out how to get our court system back. We need the court to come back here. I don't understand how they can even do that to us as far as taking our court system. And then the property taxes. I think we need to revisit that. So when we're talking to Alicia Reese and whoever, Dumas, whatever, we need to talk about that too. As far as they draining our community. Economic development, I think we need to start getting rid of blight sites, create business or whatever. The tax abatements, who got the tax abatements right now? Because we need to cut it out. We can't afford it. Evendale, I agree with Mr. Daniels as far as the jail. How can we do business with them? We talk about boycotting. That don't make sense. She's lying. So,
You let him list. He let you talk. Would you please let Mr. Brown finish what he's saying?
I'm trying to run through it, Josh. No, you good, brother. The financial plan.
I'm going to leave in a minute, and then you all can continue with this yelling back there, because the meeting be over with.
The financial plan, we need to figure out, as far as taxes, maybe a census needed. We need to, create business, because we can't survive off people's taxes as far as property and that little work taxes we get. Also, I was sitting with Mayor Gray, and Chris said something about vehicles. We had a contract with Ford for them to give us vehicles every year. What happened to that? Or do we know?
How many years ago was that back?
It was a minute, but I'm saying, how did it go away?
It had to happen before we came down here, because you've been gone how many years?
It did, because it happened, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I just got the information today, so we need to investigate that.
Okay.
And I was just thinking, as far as the people that was in the room, in the church today, Urban League, we need to ask for, to help us with jobs, education, and people getting released from prison. Lincoln Heights Baptist, GED program, parenting classes, the council. Y'all need to deal with the police. Y'all need to deal with, like, you know what I'm saying, what they ain't doing and how we need to get them out of here. Evendale, we need to deal with the past and the present, meaning the GE thing, see if we can kind of, do something with that, and the present as far as what's going on now. Recreation, we just, like, all we got is the old elementary school. Let's explore it, you know what I'm saying? So we have something going on. And I think, like, the thing with Evendale, I kind of agree with it, then I disagree with it, because it's like we sending our kids over to the enemy, as far as how I see it. So we need to kind of reevaluate that, in my opinion. The main thing we need to do is to get self-sufficient. And we did it before, beginning of Lincoln Heights, we need to, like, do it again. And I'm going fast, 'cause I'm trying to get through this, you know what I'm saying, for whatever. Grant writer. Why ain't we, like, explore the grant writer? Because we need grants to get through this thing, right? And also accountability. For us council, and was kind of like, got me kind of shook. Y'all keep saying financial, and y'all ain't even required to do to be here. That don't make no sense. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna get a memo from him, and he gonna tell me this, tell me, no, you need to be here. Because we need him. Like dude said, these guys putting their life on the line. And he can't come to a meeting to discuss finances. So we need to get together. We need to keep that same fire we had this morning. Mr. DeBron still got it, you know what I'm saying? So and we need to figure out how we gonna make this thing happen as far as us, and start, counting on other people. Because they ain't I think, that what you said, they ain't gonna save us, right? Ain't nobody come to save us. Ain't nobody come to save us. We need to get that through our head. I always talk about, like, going and get money elsewhere. Ain't nobody come to save us. And one more thing too, this is the side. I was talking to Ms. Brown, and she was explaining to me what Daniels was saying about his thing as far as counsel. I don't see why, as a lawyer, you ain't put that out there as far as what happened, because that's your job, right? And that's why you gave the $50,000. You get paid that. So why ain't you put it out there for us? So I don't know, because I was talking to Ms. Brown, and she sounded like, she knew, was giving me more information than you. So as far as the village, what is going on with it? Is that public record? Yeah. Can I ask you that?
Huh? Yeah. No, so if
It's not public record?
we're not allowed, we're not privy to discuss the lawsuit.
Well, before the lawsuit, what about, like, what happened? I mean, what I'm saying, you can't discuss, like you're saying, because he can sue after the fact. I'm talking about what's the facts as far as what happened. Because I'm confused. Because she was breaking it down. I was like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? So no.
I'm allowed to.
So with that, Murphy, I was about to call you Ruby, and they right to call you. With that being said, with Lincoln Heights citizens in the dark, what do we, how can we kind of, like, trust the system, our system, right? Ain't this our system? Ain't this our system, Ruby?
Everybody's system.
So how can we trust the system if we can't figure out, like, what went wrong?
Just wait till Vern come back, then everybody will talk.
Okay, Mr. Brown.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Brown. Okay, was that young lady right there? Yes, ma'am. Can you, I had their names, but can you come front? That way the clerk, when she transcribes it, she'll have your name.
Calhoun. I was a little confused when you was talking about the housing programs and the collaboration from the state. And I just was trying, as a resident, trying to understand what you were saying, because I don't know. This is my first time hearing it. And I wanted to know, what neighborhoods are we collaborating with, and about the housing, who are we selling this property to, or this property is being sold to? I just didn't understand that part.
The property has been sold to those who want to purchase it inside of Lincoln Heights. These are individual houses that they are either repairing or building. We sold one on Congress, and it looks good. So much work
So
they've done on
is
it.
it like a buyback community program, like where people who grew up in Lincoln Heights can try to purchase homes to come back into Lincoln Heights?
Okay, you can purchase a home, come back into Lincoln Heights. The best person to give you that information is Mr. Lemon, who is the person that's working with the citizens out here, or someone who want to buy a piece of property and come back and build, or either restore.
Okay.
Okay, now, when I talked about the state thing, because there's a lot of information out there about what they call the JED, and I gave the 4 senators that sponsored and co-sponsored it, and there's a piece out there, it's called Senate Bill 29, and you can go online and get it. We were gonna pass it out to you, but because the person's not here that I sent it to give to folks who wanted it, or give to our citizens that wanted it, you can't, I don't have it. But you can actually go online. It's a 27 page document where you can see where they're marking it up. It has not left the State House. This is not something that we went out to get.
I understand.
This is something that the state is doing. Any of those state bills, they are doing. This is something that one of their senators presented to them, or either a legislator presented that they want to happen. And so before anybody can move on anything, that has to be voted on
Right.
by both the Senate and the legislation. There's nothing we can do
Like
right now.
communities coming together, working together.
And it's been done in the past, I believe.
And are you allowed to select your
Yeah, in
community?
townships, but they are looking at municipalities that can come together and do a joint something.
Okay. Are you allowed to select your community so that we won't get in a cahoots with the wrong community?
You know, whoever's approached it, I don't, you look at the thing, and I don't want to give you any bad information, because bad
Okay.
information is already out there. If you go in, it'll talk about what they're doing with that, and you will get more information on that. It's an interesting document. And in that document, it does not mention Lincoln Heights at all.
Right. It's a state thing.
It's a state thing.
I understand that part. I just want to know, where's Lincoln Heights' perspective on that state thing when they have us collaborate with a community? What communities are we thinking about we want to collaborate with?
Well, I think there has to be more discussion on that. Any answer about that?
Yeah, depends on what Lincoln Heights would likes to do. But
I have not voted on do anything.
Yeah.
Would that be something you present to the residents so we can kind of vote on the neighborhoods we would like to collaborate with, or would that be a council thing?
Well, there will be discussion.
Yeah.
And I don't know the whole process, so again, I'm telling you, I cannot give you all the information, but however, you can go online
Yeah, I
and
understand
read
that
and
part. I
find
just
out
wanna be
what
proactive
it
on
is.
making sure we don't collaborate with wrong
At this
neighborhoods.
point, I haven't voted on anything,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because
because they haven't voted on
understand that
anything.
we
Yeah.
could end up with the wrong neighborhood, and then we'll be once again Lincoln Heights getting the short end of the stick. So I wanted to, with that, what you were saying, that it brought to my attention and my awareness to make sure that we get collaboration with the right kind of neighborhood, people who have the same interests in mind, the stuff that will allow us to be able to, grow out of the situation, not be used to build up another community for us not to come out on top. So that's why I was asking those questions, and I will be helping do more research.
ahead.
Yeah,
when you're ready for that.
we have to wait for it to be passed by the state. There's conversation going on, and you can always go to the state website and see what conversations are being held. I am not part of any conversation. I just wanted to make sure, because people are coming to me,
I just want to get her first name.
and they're.
I just need to get her. I just.
I was
That's
supposed
okay.
to-
I just need to
the
get her
answer.
first name.
Deronda, spell like Deron, then put a DA at the end.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me.
I think she has a question. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So what they're talking about was talked about in economic development, and Ms. Mitchell did write in her, where they talk about their meeting and what was discussed. She did write something for the Evendale to come with us. It was something
Yeah.
like that.
Now, is Evendale still part of that due to what's going on?
It's in, it's with the state. and they're determining if what they decided they wanted to do will actually happen or not.
Okay. Thank you. I needed that clarification.
Yeah, state has to make the decision first. Then move from
So,
there.
I have a
Thank you,
question.
Mr. Rhonda. Oh, Ms. Hinks had a
So,
question.
when the state makes it with that JED, we still get to make the decision, because I don't know, of what community that we want to partner with.
If you want to or not.
You want to or not? I mean, because the question came up like 9 months ago, maybe longer, and about a joint economic development district, and it would have been like money that whatever tax dollars that would have benefited the village or what. But it's between, townships normally do it, and this was like the first time in the state that village to village could do it. So, we don't know because it didn't pass. It was Senate Bill 75. It was Senate Bill 75, and it did not pass when it went to the House. So they brought it back, and then that's when they contacted us, and we was like, oh, but we don't know the meats, and we don't know. But you would think it's up to the residents if y'all want it or not. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Oh,
So, and it doesn't have to do with the community doing everything in the other community.
Could be Woodlawn,
It
Lincoln
just
Heights.
it had to do with a piece of something.
Because we used to collaborate a lot with Woodline.
Mm-hmm.
We say we go to the pool at Woodline,
Yep.
where you will be welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Community versus going somewhere that we're not welcome. So that's why I wanted to know, because I know when Susan Farley was here in Woodline and Lincoln Heights used to do a lot of things together. And if we got an opportunity to collaborate with a community, we need to collaborate with a community where most of us are kindred, with kinship, versus over there in Evendale, because I used to work there, they don't want us there. We used to get kicked out of that pool over there, and I'm over there as working, babysitting their children. And so therefore, I know how they treat us, and I know what's going on over there. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Rhonda. Okay. All right. Okay, we have another question. Go ahead, sir.
so I'm looking for understanding, really.
Could you give, Mr. Manning, could you give us your last name so Miss Lisa be able
Yes,
to tell?
Floyd, as in George Floyd.
Okay, address, well, they didn't give theirs, but,
At 726 Adams Street.
okay, that's no, that's your address.
That's my business address.
Okay, that the Innovation Center, I thought their address was different. But
No,
go
I
ahead,
got
Mr.
a
Floyd.
studio. That's my business address. Yeah.
I saw. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Floyd.
So we've been talking a lot about a JED. If I'm correct, the JED is the second part of an agreement that was being looked at between Lincoln Heights and Evendale. That's why we keep hearing up this JED. We keep hearing Evendale. Obviously, we don't want to work with Evendale. That's clear. And if you don't understand that, then whoever's in cahoots with Evendale on this council or any talks about working with Evendale, I would love for it to come out to light, because we can nicely get them taken down. Because if anybody on this council wants to work with Evendale, I think plenty of residents will happily get rid of you. On the flip side of that, bump a JED. We've been talking about a JED, Joint Economic Development, with Evendale. Bump that. If anybody wants it, speak now, forever hold your peace. On the flip side, there has not been one bid nor one offer outside of Evendale about the land of the gun range. That land is our land. I'm not saying anything else about it. That land is our land. We were offered that land by the Cincinnati mayor back in the 90s, at least almost half of the land, 12 acres. Cincinnati Police Department, they made a statement and said, the chief said, that would be spitting on the graves of all the men who have died in service and serving the people. So Cincinnati was like, we don't want to do it. They still wanted it, right? We turned it down as well. There was a video of our mayor who, and if you would like the video, it's clear evidence of proof. There is a video of our mayor saying she would have loved to seen, and let me know if I'm correct or wrong. There's a video, and it's public, it's on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere, it's public news. where you said you would have loved to see what Lincoln Heights would be like with that land, the development, the families, the housing, all of that. And then with Mayor Poole, you and both Mayor Poole made a public statement saying, we don't want that land because we would have to, it's a brownfield and we would have to clean it up. Little do the residents, or maybe if anyone knows, we would actually get federal dollars to clean it up. And we could actually get training through workforce development dollars to train our people to actually work on the land and clean the land up. So now we can use that land. But Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell, soon to be former, and Mayor Ruby, hopefully soon to be former as well, sooner than later, both said, we do not want that land. Multiple times. I have video proof of both of their voices and faces saying we don't want that land. I've spoke to many residents, and we all want that land. So I make it clear, speaking for the residents and the youth of Lincoln Heights, you do not speak for us. We want that land. We've always wanted that land. We've never not wanted that land. It is still our land, and we still have the opportunity to get that land. And they're like, oh, we don't have money to. First of all, there's all types of money out there, from grant dollars, from workforce development, all types of money waiting. There are all types of partners that want to come and also help us get that land and use that for us. We don't need a joint economic development. How about we develop that economically ourselves once we get our land back? Once we have somebody to stop lying and speaking for us, who speaks falsely, who says that we don't want that land, and we do. She says we don't want that land. You want the video? Watch Facebook tonight. Go to YouTube. I got it posted and clipped. She said we don't want it with Mayor Poole, Evendale. He's not there no more. Now it's Dick Finan. Now it's Laverne Mitchell who says Evendale has the upper hand. Oh, if y'all don't know, it is public, and I'm not wrong. Laverne Mitchell on a call said Evendale has the upper hand. It's already in their neighborhood. Technically, that's false. Cincinnati Police Department has the upper hand. Cincinnati Police Department owns that land. Cincinnati Police Department has an obligation to Lincoln Heights, and they know that, and so does Cincinnati. They have no problem. They have no problem giving us that land if we actually fight for it and we say we want it. But again, we got somebody who does not represent us, who says we do not want that land.
Turn around.
Or do y'all want to stand with? Do y'all want to stand behind a mayor who says we don't want that land? Do y'all want to stand? I'm talking.
Well, your 2 minutes been up.
Oh well, everybody's 2 minutes
Your
been
2
up.
minutes up.
Everybody's
Yours
2 minutes been up.
Yours been
Everybody,
up.
where's the timer to
I'm sure
show me
somebody
that?
else
Where's the
wants to
timer to
talk.
show me that? Were you
Your 2
timing?
minutes
Were you
been up.
timing? When did I start and when did I end?
All right, Mayor. Mayor,
You can leave. Does anybody have anything else?
Somebody else speak.
may I please be excused from the meeting?
You already have.
Even stop you from talking.
Excuse me, excuse
If she's
me.
gonna stop y'all from talking, I will have to sit down.
Excuse me. Baby, come, I'm sorry. Put the mic up there for me for a minute. Put the mic up there. Charles, do you have something that you want to say?
I would like to hear from
I would like to hear from
else.
Charles.
Yeah, when
Can
you
I
hear
from
truth, you
Charles?
forget.
No, I don't have no problem with the truth. I don't have. We need to
Then
be
tell
honest.
the people what you said.
Everybody needs to be honest. You're not being honest.
Tell 'em what you
Let
said.
The man speak. Let the
She's
man
leaving.
speak.
It's over.
Let Charles speak, please.
She's leaving. Are you gonna let Charles speak? I will happily sit down. I will happily sit down.
Please sit,
That's
take
rude
a
and
seat.
disrespectful.
Please take a seat so Charles can speak.
Thank you.
Thank
Just rude.
you. Thank you.
The truth hurts, so it feels this.
It's rude.
Hey, you know. Hey, you
That's
guys.
not true.
Let Charles speak, okay?
Motion for adjournment. We don't have. Oh, we can't even make a motion. Meeting over. Meeting's over because.